Perth is one of the planet's most isolated capital cities, but this sun-soaked capital of Western Australia defies its remote location by boldly flaunting its riches, and there are many, both natural and material. A gorgeous setting astride the winding Swan River with a string of pearly beaches nearby provides the perfect playground for outdoor adventures. Sailing, swimming, fishing and boating are all popular things to do in Perth, and in the centre of the city, beautiful Kings Park brims with natural bushland and panoramic views. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 things to see and do in Perth. And just wait till you see the top 2 that we're going to be showing in this video, something you would never even have thought of. So make sure you watch till the end. Oh, before we begin, you can help support our channel by becoming a member of this channel and pressing that join button below. This will help us to bring you more awesome travel videos. So now, if you're ready, let's cut to the chase. At 10, find inspiration at Scitech. If you have wiggly kids in tow, Scitech makes a great addition to your sightseeing itinerary. This engaging, family-friendly museum encourages kids to explore science and technology, engineering and math through imaginative and interactive exhibits. Discoverland is specially designed for 3 to 7-year-olds. Here you'll find displays on air, water, gravity, electricity and magnets. The construction zone here is great for budding builders, and kids can even dress up as sea creatures and crawl into a tunnel at the small aquarium exhibit or spy on mum and dad through a periscope. Waterlandia explores the water cycle, and older kids will enjoy the planetarium movies and science shows. A puppet theatre and special themed exhibitions round out all the fun. At 9, the Bell Tower. It looks like an alien spaceship or rocket, but the Bell Tower in Barrack Square is actually one of the world's largest musical instruments, believe it or not. Despite its space-age appearance, housed within it are the original 14th century bells from St Martin-in-the-Fields Church, the parish church of London's Buckingham Palace. Entry tickets include an interactive demonstration on the ancient art of bell ringing, as well as interesting exhibits on the history of the bells. While you're here, make sure you take time to enjoy the 360-degree views of the city and Swan River from the open-air observation deck on the 6th floor. For an extra fee, love-struck couples can purchase a personalised love rock to add to a chain-link fence. It's easy to visit the Bell Tower. You can walk here in about 5 minutes from the CBD. Nearby is Elizabeth Quay, a new riverfront precinct with restaurants, shops, cafes and entertainment venues. At number 8, meet the animals at Perth Zoo. About 3 kilometres from the city centre, Perth Zoo has been delighting animal lovers since 1898. International visitors can experience some of the country's unique wildlife in the Australian bushwalk and wetlands exhibits. All the favourites are here: kangaroos, koalas, wallabies, wombats and Tasmanian devils. Other exhibits take you around the world to different ecosystems. Feed giraffes at the African savannah, ogle orangutans in the Asian rainforest, enjoy an elephant show or peer at a pygmy marmoset as you do in the South American primate exhibit. The zoo is easily accessible by bus, car, train and bike, and you can also hop aboard a ferry from Barrack Street Jetty. At 7, the Art Gallery of Western Australia. In the Perth Cultural Centre, a 1-minute walk from the nearest train station, the Art Gallery of Western Australia houses a collection of both international and Australian art from 1829 to the present day. Special emphasis lies on works from Australia and the Indian Ocean Rim. As well as an extensive collection of traditional and contemporary Indigenous art, the gallery displays work by eminent artists such as Hans Hayson and Frederick McCubbin. Art Gallery of Western Australia is currently undergoing a redevelopment project to create a new rooftop event venue with an open-air sculpture walk. Plans include a new internal gallery space for exhibitions and events and 2 outdoor spaces with inspirational Perth views. Art lovers will be pleased to know that entry to the gallery is free, but visitors are asked to make a donation upon entry. Next up, at number 6, Hillary's Boat Harbour. Looking for things to do in Perth with the family? About 20 kilometres northwest of central Perth, Hillary's Boat Harbour is an expansive marina with restaurants, shops and kid-friendly attractions. The Aquarium of Western Australia is a top tourist draw here. You can stroll through a glass underwater tunnel and observe more than 200 species of marine animals, including stingrays, manta rays, dolphins and sharks. Bike paths, walkway paths and sheltered beaches make this a favourite spot for a fun family day out. And if you're looking for some indoor family fun, Leisure Zone hosts all your favourite retro arcade games. Want to get out on the water? Fishing trips, whale watching cruises, yacht charters and dive excursions depart from here, and you can also catch a ferry to Rottnest Island, one of Perth's top day trips. Next up at 5, find your weight's worth in gold at the Perth Mint. Popular with adults and children, the Perth Mint offers a fascinating glimpse into the history of gold in Western Australia. The gold exhibition displays the world's largest coin, weighing a whopping 1 tonne, as well as gold nuggets and bullion. In the 1899 melting house, you can watch pure gold being poured to form a solid bar, and you can also ogle the largest collection of gold nuggets in the Southern Hemisphere. Hourly guided talks provide fascinating insight into the discovery of gold in the state and the history of the Perth Mint, and the tours include a short film. You can even find out your weight's worth in gold, one of the unique things to do in Perth. After your visit, stop by the gift shop to ogle the Argyle pink diamonds, or pick up an unusual souvenir, or enjoy a Devonshire tea at the cafe. And next up at 4, hang out at Elizabeth Quay. Wondering about things to do in Perth CBD? Add a visit to Elizabeth Quay to your sightseeing itinerary. Adjacent to the city centre and the Swan River, this new waterfront pedestrian precinct is a hotspot for Perth nightlife. If you're hungry, you can dine on everything from gourmet burgers and pizza to succulent seafood specialities. Live music adds to the convivial vibe. Taking the kids? They'll love riding the antique carousel, devouring tangy gelato and frolicking around the fountains at the BHP water park. Visiting after dark and the fountains light up in all the colours of the rainbow. Kids can also jump, climb and walk the plank at the maritime-themed playground. Elizabeth Quay is also a romantic spot to stroll along the water. Outdoor sculptures and art installations adorn the public art walk, and you'll also find the rocket-shaped bell tower here. Beautiful views of the city skyline and the ferry boats ploughing the Swan River also greet you along the way. Looking for a place to stay in Perth? Elizabeth Quay makes a good base. You'll find a range of Perth accommodation here to suit all budgets. More attractions are being added as the precinct develops, so check here first if you're looking for new things to do in Perth. At 3, bask on Perth's beaches. Sun lovers can choose from a bevy of beautiful beaches in and around Perth. Less than a 15-minute drive from the city centre, pine-fringed Cottesloe is one of Perth's most popular beaches, with clear waters and a thriving cafe culture. Port Beach is also a favourite, and City Beach has a children's playground and plenty of picnic nooks. For families, the sheltered inlets on the snaking Swan River such as Como, Crawley and Point Walter are top choices, as well as Rockingham Beach and the sheltered shore at Hillary's Boat Harbour. Ready to surf some swells? Trick Point has one of Perth's best and most reliable surf breaks, and Scarborough is another top spot to ride the waves. Further afield, the shores of Rottnest Island and Penguin Island offer excellent snorkelling and are great for fun family day trips. And now at 2, cruise along the Swan River. Local Aboriginal people believe the rainbow serpent Waugal created this winding river. To Perth locals and tourists alike, it's the perfect setting for outdoor fun. To see some of the posh houses of the riverfront suburbs, hop aboard a relaxing river cruise between Perth and the historic port of Fremantle. Another popular day trip is a cruise upriver to the fertile shores of the Swan Valley, Western Australia's oldest grape-growing region. Here, foodies can sample fresh local produce and scrumptious artisan foods at the highly acclaimed restaurants. Most ferries and river cruises depart from Barrack Square Jetty. Looking for other ways to enjoy the Swan River? You can picnic in the riverside parks, bike or hike along the many trails, cast a fishing line, sail, swim or kayak the calm waters. And finally, at number 1, wander through the Treetops at Kings Park and Botanic Garden. With beautiful views of the Swan River and Darling Range, Kings Park and Botanic Garden is an oasis of peace near the heart of the city. It's also one of the largest inner-city parks in the world. One of the top things to do in Kings Park is wander through the treetops on the Lottery West Federation Walkway. This is a great way to soak up spectacular city views. Suspended in a canopy of eucalyptus trees, the walkway stretches for 620 metres through the Western Australian Botanic Garden. Other walking trails weave through the park, taking you to picturesque ponds, play areas and panoramic viewpoints. Mount Eliza, in particular, offers stunning views over the city, and you'll also find the Kings Park War Memorial here, a poignant tribute to servicemen from Western Australia. Almost 2/3 of this 1,000-acre park is natural bush, with a diversity of native plants and birds. Dedicated to conservation, the Western Australian Botanic Garden spotlights plants from Western Australia and other Mediterranean climates, such as South Africa and California. Highlights include an acacia garden, the peaceful place of reflection, and a water garden that recreates a Darling Range creek. After a stroll through the park, pop into Aspect of Kings Park, a retail precinct of gift shops and galleries highlighting local artists. Fraser Avenue Lookout dishes up delicious views of the city. Looking for romantic things to do in Perth? At night, the park is the perfect spot for a romantic stroll with views of the twinkling city lights. And there you have the top 10 things to see and do in Perth. Did you like what you saw? Let us know please in the comments down below. Share this video with your Aussie loving friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fantastic travel guides. See you next time, mate.